Hello and welcome, if you can hear me. We'll wait just another moment to see if anybody else comes. And if you can hear me, if you could maybe give me a thumbs up or something, that would be great so that I know that you can hear me.
We can hear you great. Thanks.
Awesome, thank you. Okay. All righty. Oh, no, there we go. And still going. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start. And if we get some more people coming in, we'll just go ahead and admit them as we come in. And my name is Karen Hust. You'll see that last name is J-U-S-T, like the word just. It's in Spanish, so it's actually pronounced Hust, like who, and then the S-T on the end. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. And I have a slideshow kind of to go over our school. And then at the end, I'll have some time open for questions. So, there we go. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and I've got our little faces right in front of the button I need. Hang on. Present from beginning. Okay, so I'm going to be talking to you tonight about Citrus Glen Elementary School. And so sorry, I gotta admit another person. Okay, I'm going to talk to you about Citrus Glen Elementary School. Our mascot, there's Cubby the bear. You see him when you first walk in. He's our mascot. And I'm not sure why it's not going for me. Thank you for your patience. There we go. Okay, so we just came out of the general presentation. I'm going to do this first presentation here, this site-specific one. We'll have some questions, and then I'm going to be having it again, just in case for any reason you knew of someone else who wanted to come or had any further questions, or we're going to a different one. So as I said, my name is Karen Hust. That's me there, and that's Cubby the bear, our mascot. That is my email, Karen with an I, .hust@venturausd.org. And then my phone number is listed below there. That's our school phone number. So please feel free to reach out at any time after this presentation with any questions, comments, any, help you through this process, anything you need. We are located at 9655 Darling Road on the east end of Ventura. That's the front of the school that you see from Darling Road. Our community is made up of approximately 500 students and their families with a very involved parent group on PTA and then also on our school site council. We have approximately 47 staff members, including 20 classroom teachers. This year we have 3 classes at each grade level. We have 1 TK, and then 3 kinders, 3 first, 3 second, 3 third, all the way up, and a specialized academic instruction teacher who helps children with a IEP or individual education plan. We have academic and English language intervention support teachers, a counselor, speech therapist, psychologist, office staff, noon duty supervision, food nutrition, and custodial. And I'm going to go through and kind of cyberly introduce you to everyone as we go through. Here's just some more pictures of our campus. This is the front here as you drive through, a shot from the back near our playground. This is the front entryway, some kids playing. And that is our beloved Miss Maria noon duty, and she's there with Cubby. She's one bear of the week, cub of the week at that point. She was posing for her photo. So this is our TK and kindergarten team. We've got Miss Daly, Miss Reynolds, Miss Selby, and Miss Valencia. And just to kind of talk to you about our program, you see a shot of Mrs. Reynolds here going over number sense with kids, the busy bees. Our school motto is be kind. This is this year, of course, with our masks on. We're welcoming, Cubby is here in the middle, and the teacher is welcoming a new TK student. We really tried to figure out ways for kids to get their first day of school picture, regardless of the pandemic. And then exciting news, here is our teacher, Mrs. Reynolds, receiving the Chamber of Commerce Teacher of the Month for November 2020. That was really exciting. They're a fantastic team all the way around, and she repeatedly goes above and beyond for all the kids on her roster and indeed on the grade level because they work and plan as a team. There's no better place to be a kid than Citrus Glen. We've got kids in our garden, art, doing some hands-on science with a parent volunteer, and a really cool multicolor tower happening there in the TK room. Here's our first grade team. First graders garden. That grade level is really big on gardening. They learn about science through hands-on experiments and art. They celebrate 100s Day. Here's a 100 push pins to make Cubby the Bear's paw print. Participate in community outreach projects and more. So this was kind of fun. This was right before we went to COVID closure, about February. For 100s Day, we gathered 100 pennies and dollars, and kids brought in, and I think we got maybe $150, which we donated to a local pet shelter. And then they came and talked to the kids about how to be safe with animals and care with animals. And they took a real sense of pride in that. It was really fun. Here's our second grade team, Ms. Sherman, Ms. Vaglica, and Ms. Moraga. Second graders learn about safety, responsibility, and community heroes. So we see some second grade art around President's Day and people who work at school. We're having a local talk here in the cafeteria with a firefighter to learn about how community heroes keep us safe and work, to keep us safe, right? Especially now. Our third grade team is amazing. They've been together for years and they are tight knit. They love art, book clubs, field trips, putting on plays. They're very artistic, not only with visual arts, but they always put on several plays and dances. And then, of course, making the jump from learning to read to reading to learn. That's a tough transition in third grade. But those kids have a wonderful time. This artwork is actually from the hybrid few days that we were able to come back. So I thought they were very sweet. Here's our fourth grade team. Fourth graders learn about California. They delve into more advanced math concepts, and they participate in multiple community service projects. You can be a member of the Kindness Club in fourth grade and fifth grade. And so they really stress being kind, looking to help others in need. We did a project with the local veterans home. We did a project, it was very, very sweet. The older kids made welcome scarves for the TK kids out of fleece and gave them a presentation on what it was like to be a Citrus Glen Cub and welcome them to the school. And so they look for ways to be kind. Here's our fifth grade team. Fifth graders, we have a really strong science component, hands-on science, lots of really neat experiments and things going on all year. And then fifth graders also have the opportunity to serve on the leadership team. And they run the monthly harvest taste test program. They run Cheers for Children, gathering donations for the community, and do some other on-campus activities for kids as well. And that's a really fun thing because I get to do that. So I get to work with kids that way, which is fun to get out of my office. We have intervention support. We know that every child learns at their own pace and differently across subjects. So our intervention program, we have straight academic and language arts and math. And then we also offer an English language development for those who are new to English or developing English as their second language. We of course have Spanish. We also have German on campus this year. We have Arabic. We have Hindi. We have a couple of different languages on campus. So Miss Carrier is always ready to help those kids out as they develop their English. Here's our special education support team. We've got lots of helpers, speech and language pathologist, our psychologist. We have our counselor. We offer on-site counseling. Every classroom is involved in social emotional learning, what to do when you get angry, how to organize your homework. We have groups for kids who might need a little bit extra. And then we also do referrals to one-on-one counseling in programs throughout the district and also outside of the district. There's our social emotional learning, different activities that kids do. We know when kids are feeling positive and happy and healthy, they learn best. Here's our office team. We've got our health tech, our office manager, library support. And one of the things, we're definitely a school that we love field trips and gardening and all of these things, but we realize the most important skill that's developed in elementary school is a solid base of literacy. So we have a few different things. We have a lovely library. We have a Battle of the Books team that kids can read books throughout the year. We have a spelling bee. We have an AR reading program with prizes. And with book clubs. We really try to instill a love of reading early on. Our custodial team, very important these days, working hard to keep our site clean and safe. Our noon duty team, who's out there at recess, keeping our kids on track and safe. Again, our campus motto is be kind, be safe, and be responsible. And kids do different projects during the year on what does it look like to be kind? What does it mean to be safe? How can I become more responsible? And kids nominate either other children, staff members, even a parent who's involved on campus for a Cub of the Week award. And they write how that person has demonstrated being kind, being safe, or be responsible. And they get their picture taken and they get announced on a loudspeaker and it's put up in the cafeteria. And we're just really working on instilling these three different ideas that our choices matter and that if we're kind and safe and responsible, we can get pretty far in life. Here's our Citrus Glen Pledge. Every student says this every morning, and we often talk about what it means. I care about my family, school, and community. I understand and respect the diversity of others. I believe in my ability to do my best, and I strive to listen to what others have to say. I am kind, safe, and responsible. As I mentioned at the beginning, very involved parent group. Where would we be without our wonderful PTA? And they, this year was sad in the way that we didn't get to do some of the things that we normally do. We would normally do 100s Day, partnership with a veterans home, spelling bee. We would have plays, field trips, Battle of the Books, science fair. We would have a book fair, glow party, dance night. There's all sorts of stuff that PTA, lots of assemblies that our PTA provides to our kids and families. We have an on-site after-school care program called Las Posas, if anyone's interested in that. And I took that shot from my phone heading back to my office at the end of the day. It's beautiful, beautiful shot. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. I'm not sure if you guys can unmute yourselves. If you have any questions, please let me know.
Hey, Karen, quick question for you. Thanks for the overview. Really appreciate it. How many children do you guys max out in the kindergarten class?
Kindergarten class, we're currently a lot higher. Well, you're asking like in normal times, I'm guessing?
Yeah, in normal times.
Yeah. In normal times, the district has an average of 26. So we kind of fluctuate. You might find anywhere from 26 to 22, 23. Last year we had right around there.
Okay, and it's one teacher for that, or is it 2 teachers in each of those classes?
It's one teacher at a time, although I have, that slide that showed you the intervention team, for example, there's 3 additional teachers available to kinder for at least 45 minutes during the day.
Yeah.
So there's some extra room to do some small group work, all that kind of stuff.
Great, thank you. God bless those teachers' souls.
It's a fabulous team. Someone said, how do I ask a question? You should be able to unmute yourself. If you go down to the lower left-hand corner of your screen, you're going to see a little microphone that says mute. And if you click on it, the red line should go away.
One more quick question. What are the hours for kindergarten?
We have an extended day, meaning that I'm like trying to find my brain last February. Where were we? Everything's different. We go from 8 to around 1 o'clock.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question for special ed. Are the kids, do you guys have a special ed class, or are the kids integrated and they have a speech and occupational therapists?
So we do not have a special ed. We do not have like an SDC class or a class where it is only children in a special ed program. We have students who are all mainstreamed into the general ed program, and they may be pulled for a portion of the day into a smaller specialized academic instructional setting with a specialist or a speech therapist or that type of thing. Or sometimes, depending on what the student needs, we might have a paraeducator push into the general ed classroom to offer support for a portion of the day.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. You mentioned that you have German on campus.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that you help, my daughter will be starting kindergarten, that you
Mm-hmm.
help them learn German, or you help kids who speak German learn English?
No, that would be amazing, but no, we don't. We have a family from Germany. Okay. And so the student didn't speak any English. So we have him in the English program, and then we had a German translator on campus.
I see.
Just to let you know that our English learner population it encompasses a few different languages.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Any other questions?
One more question. How large are your kindergarten classes, students to teacher ratio?
So it's typically, last year it was about, we had one class that was 22, 23, and one that was 26. It caps at 26 district wide. And so that it's, we never really know. They're divided across 3 until, of course, if they start going over 26, then we could, in years past, there have been 4 kindergartens. We could do that if there's enough students. We currently have quite a bit of space. We have about 500 kids. We can go up to 600 kids on site because there's a few empty classrooms right now.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions? Okay. Well, if there aren't any other questions, you guys, did you remember, did you get my email? It's my name in there in the corner. It's Karen Hoost at venturausd.org. And be careful with the I in the first name and then JUST. You're welcome to email me at any time with any questions about this process or to find out more about the school. And if I don't have any more questions at this time, I'll go ahead and end the meeting.
Great. Thanks, Karen. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too.